Hello, my name is Bethany Powell. Please excuse the background noise. It is storming where I'm at. I'm a member of TeamPeppy, and I'll be giving the presentation for RavagedLands. The designer intent for RavagedLands was to create an interactive board game with turn-based playstyles where the turns were short, and a game that would appeal to casual gamers while keeping the original idea from our analog game. Our target platform is PC Mac compatible, handheld gaming devices, and mobile compatibility with Droid, Apple, and Windows. RavagedLands is designed for 2 to 4 players, but it does have full multiplayer online accessibility. The implemented mechanics and how they work together. Our first mechanic is choice. This mechanic is implemented into RavagedLands. During each player's turn, they can choose to use a resource card to buff themselves, choose between actions for specific events that they landed on, pick between players depending on what the action is during their turn, or how many followers they bid on to try and get a contract. The mechanic still. This mechanic is implemented by having a few spaces on the digital board game that say still, and if a player lands on these, they'll be able to steal a card from random from another player. The mechanic attack. This mechanic is implemented in 2 ways in RavagedLands. The first way is spaces on the board that say battlegrounds. If a player lands on them, they choose another player and they get to fight it out. Way 2. If 2 players occupy the same space, they must fight. Once a battle is started, the players will begin a series of dice rolls. Best 2 out of 3, the winner takes only half damage that is specified by the other player's character card. The mechanic betting and wager. The betting wager mechanic is implemented by a few spaces that are on the board as well. These spaces initiate a bidding phase. During this phase, players will bid their followers on a face-down contract card. The more followers you have, the more chances you have of winning. The mechanic command. This mechanic is implemented by having spaces that are on the board that when a player lands on them, they have actions that need to be performed by one or all the players. Competitors. The following slides will be a list of 3 similar games. DC Universe Online is the first one. The way that they are like us is both superheroes for main characters. Both of them are multiplayer online, and both of the goals is to save the world. Monopoly, the digital version. The way we're like this game is we both have a square board. Players take turns moving around the board. And while we have action, event, and contract, they have the community, they have chance, and they have go to jail. Mario Party 10. It's a RNG. There's player interaction, competitive gameplay, and it's a digital board game. What makes our game unique? Our game includes character stats. There's a lot of player choice. Players can buff their characters during the start of their turns, and the turn style. Here, the following slides are some mock-up images of RavagedLands. Title screen and pause menu. Our character concept art of the Brute, who had most health, highest hitter, the Speedster, medium health, low power, the Stealth Master, medium health, medium power, and the Mentalist, lowest health, lowest power. The following slide is an image of the level design for our game board. You can see where you start and how the game flows. This slide is the game HUD. You see the character statistics, the game board. At the other top, there's health and the followers. Then along the side, there's your dice, your resource cards, and your followers with their cards. These are our resources. I like to give a special thanks to Bethany for her submissions of the images and Will for his submission of the images. Thank you for watching. And that's the end of the presentation.